Hey, what's up, guys? Back here with a short video, hopefully short. I'm going to show you some of the Bibles that I just recently did, and then some of the leather that I've recently acquired that I haven't done many Bibles in. So this is the one that I did yesterday. It's an ASV, American Standard Version, in orange cowhide with a navy blue cowhide liner and blue page edges. It was a hardcover, so it doesn't have gold. I did round the edges somewhat though. I don't do like a ton of rounding, but I don't know if you can see that it's kind of round. It's not square. But yeah, it's a text only. It's pretty old. It's the 1929 version, but I'm not sure when it was printed. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. But printed in the US. I think maybe they all were printed in the US, I'm not sure. But yeah, I used a few different colors. I couldn't decide which ones, so I went with this navy blue to match the liner, and then this blue because this other blue, the lighter blue, kind of matches, not exactly, but it's pretty close to the page edge, and this one's in between the navy blue and that one, so that's why I went with that one. And then the orange isn't an exact match of the orange leather, but it's pretty close. And then I'm using different paper than I used to use. I'm not sure if you have any of my Bibles, you've seen I normally just use regular construction paper in order to save money. But right now, let's see if it shows up. It's gonna be hard to see. Sorry about that. I'm using this paper that has kind of like a texture to it, and you can kind of see it there. It's a little thicker than what I was using before. I like it. Same thing in the back. And I don't know what it is about the older Bibles, but the paper is pretty much as thin. Well, actually, it's a little bit thicker than what you would find on a Bible from today. That's not like a premium Bible. But even though it's not that much thicker, there's not a lot of ghosting. I don't know if you'll be able to see through the video or not. But, yeah. So yeah, there's text only. This one I'll probably put it up on eBay soon. I did some tooled lines, but they're pretty they're not that easy to see. But there's one right there, and then the other one's right there. Use the corner in case someone hasn't had one of my Bibles before. That's more or less what most of my corners look like. And it's pretty flexible. The cover is, I mean. Not like it's not very thin, so it's not like as flexible as possible, but it is pretty flexible for its thickness, and I'd say it's thicker than most Bible covers. So there's that one, and there's the spine, in case you didn't see it before. I did blind stamping. I'm not that good at gold stamping, and I'll show you some examples. I don't know if I'm doing it wrong, or if maybe I need to go with a different gold foil or something. Hopefully I can figure it out soon. So the next one that I'm going to show is a New American Standard. It's MacArthur Study Bible. I'll show you the spine right there. So I'll show you what I mean when I say that I'm not that it hasn't been coming out good. I don't think I'm very good at gold stamping yet. So that the NASB is pretty good, but then you get to the MacArthur Study Bible, and right here on the T, it's like it's coming off. I'm not sure. Maybe it's because it's so close to the edge, but it happens in other spots. Not as bad, but it might be hard to see. Let's see. On the Y, you can see a little bit coming off right there. So I'm not sure what it is about the way I'm doing it, or if it's the gold foil that I'm using. I might have to switch. Anyway, so this one is a dark brown cowhide. It's really soft with tan. It's kind of on the yellow side of tan. Cowhide liner, and it's pretty flexible as well, but very sturdy at the same time. So this is very soft to the touch, and this one is smooth, but not quite as soft. And I dyed the pages red. It was gold before, and now it's gold, and then when you open it, it's red. It does have a slight red tint to the gold now, but mostly it still looks pretty gold when you look at it straight on. And I did four gold ribbons. Gold is my favorite for brown Bibles. I think it's kind of like a standard. Most companies do that. The premium ones, at least. Same. Oh, actually, these are the original end sheets. I reused them. Yeah, there's the MacArthur one. It's in cowhide with a semi-yap. Doesn't touch on any of the sides. But let me show you a different MacArthur Study Bible that I have. Actually, I'll bring two. I forgot to bring them in. I'll be right back. So this one I just got not that long ago, actually just maybe a week ago or a little less. And I was gonna rebind it, but there was a couple things. There was a little bit of writing, and I got a really good deal on it, so I didn't care. I'll keep it for myself, or I'll give it to someone. But the main issue that I noticed is, like my other MacArthur Study Bible, it has a glued spine. If it focuses. I don't know if you can see it. It's having a hard time. Anyway, there's no signatures on there. It's just a bunch of pages glued together at the spine. And here's one that I had 2 years ago, that I've had for 2 years now. I made this cover for it. It's a hardcover, but let's see. It's also glued. You can see the glue. It's kind of like a clear glue right there. It's hard to see in the video, but maybe once I edit it, it'll be easier to see. Anyway, no signatures either. But the one that I just rebound, I was lucky enough to find one that was sewn. I don't know if it's all that clear. Yeah, you can see the signatures right there. when I shine the light, you can see how there's different folded pieces of paper, and they're all sewn together. You can't see, obviously you can't see them sewn together, but when you see the signatures, the little up and down things, you mostly can see them over here. Then you know that it's a Smith sewn or Smythe sewn, whatever, I don't even know what it's called. But it's sewn as opposed to glued, and it means that they went through and they sewed each signature to each other, and a signature is just a bunch of folded papers that is sewn. Anyway, it just makes it a lot sturdier and lasts longer, and it opens better as well. It opens more flat. I don't know if that'll be the case with my examples here. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. What they have to do in order to make it open more flat is make the pages a little bit longer, because you can see how much sorry about that. Anyway, if you can see dang it. How you can see how much it doesn't open. Like there's page left in there that's not opening wide. Whereas in the other one, I believe it'll open closer to the spine. Yeah, maybe a little bit closer. Right up to the edge. Anyway, if you buy a MacArthur Study Bible, especially in the NASB or the New King James, because those are published by Nelson, those, I don't know what the chances are. Maybe, probably more than 50-50. You just have to know when they were printed. This is the New King James, and it was, let's see if I can find out when it was printed. I'm not entirely sure how to how to find out when it was printed, so never mind. Sorry about that, but it was printed in the US, but it was glued. And what you can do with this is, well, what I can do, and I think most rebinders can do, is they remove the cover, and then here on the spine they cut into the spine this way. Just make a few cuts. I do, depends on how tall the Bible is, but I'll do probably like 7 or 8 on this one, and then I'll insert some thread and sometimes a different material in there, so that all the pages are they have something touching and glued to it as well, so that it will hopefully last longer. I've only started doing that for maybe since the beginning of this year, maybe, and so I don't have any Bibles to see if it'll actually improve the longevity of the Bible. And then the last Bible I have is an American Standard Version again. This is a new leather that I just got recently, and it's a really nice pebble grain. It's cowhide. It's gray. But yeah, and I used a black cowhide liner. This one is published by Prolific Industries. It is huge. And this one again, I did it in gold, and I think until I figure out what my issue is, I think I'm not going to do it in gold. Especially when I have creative control. If somebody wants it in gold, I will have to let them know that I'm just not that great at it yet. And I can do it if they'd like, but it would look a lot better without the gold. And here's this one. The ASV and Guerrero came out fine. The Holy Bible, on the other hand, especially Holy, there's a lot of parts that kind of flaked off as I was cleaning it. And it's kind of hard. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I guess that's one of my weaknesses at the moment. Something I'll have to improve on. But yeah, and the raised hubs are pretty well pronounced, I would say. You can see it there. And I really like this paper, and that's what makes the Bible so thick. It's almost 3 inches thick. With the cover and everything, it probably is 3 inches thick. But the paper is just so... It's pretty much just the regular printer paper, I think. It's really thick. There is still ghosting, and I don't think I've ever seen a Bible with ghosting, and I even have a 2007 large print ultra thin, I think that's what it's called, the NASB, with like the really nice paper that everyone always talks about, and that one still has ghosting. Actually, I'll get it to compare it with this one. So here's my NASB large print ultra thin. I stamped the spine so that it even said large print ultra thin. Let's see. So there's Holy Bible. There's the American Standard Bible, NASB, and there's large print ultra thin. But it's kind of hard to see, and it's not focusing, of course. Sorry about that. And then there's Guerrero. And this is the one that I carry with me now. If I want an NASB to church or wherever I'm going, this is what I'll carry. And let me change the settings really quick. Sorry about that, guys. Just so that... there you go. Okay, so people claim that there's no ghosting in this. Well, and maybe their copy is better than mine. And there's very little ghosting, that's definitely for sure, but there is some. And kind of see it right there. It's so minimal that I'm guessing that's why they're saying there's no ghosting, just because they're exaggerating in it. And in comparison to most Bibles, like for instance the New King James MacArthur Study Bible, it does have quite a bit more ghosting. Anyway, I wanted to compare the output, as they put it, to the ASV by Prolific. And I would say that they're pretty much the same, but the paper is wider on the Prolific one, and I'm not sure. I would give it a tie, I think, which says a lot for the large print ultra thin, since it's quite a bit thinner, and the print is it's pretty much the same, maybe a little bit smaller. I'm not sure. Looks pretty similar. So yeah, this thing is a beast. I really like this leather though. It's very nice. Sorry, there's a trash truck picking up the trash right now. I don't know if it'll come across on the video. So now I wanted to move on to... Sorry about that. Now I want to move on to the leathers that I have. So here's more example of that gray on the ASV. It's pretty nice. It's think this is 2.5 ounces thick. And this part's pretty... It's not very flexible, it's pretty stiff, but other parts are more flexible than others on cowhide. And there's this interesting one that I just got recently as well. It's like a marble blue. I really like it. I haven't used it yet. Probably use it on Bibles here soon. And it's very, it's pretty soft. Well, it's not that soft, but it's very smooth. And it's kind of like the other one. It's not super flexible, but paired with a flexible leather, it'll be really nice. Then there's another one that's kind of grayish, but kind of like yellowish gray. Almost has like a gold tint to it, but it's not. It's more like gray, I think. So there's that one. This one's more flexible than the other ones. And these are all cowhides. I think most people know that cowhide is my favorite leather to work with. Here's another one. It's, when I bought it, it said peach, but it's more like a honey brown, maybe, or like a dark peach, I guess. It's also very smooth. This is softer as well than the other ones. It's not as flexible as the one that I just put up here, but it's pretty flexible. And then lastly is another gray one. And it's also pebbly like the other gray ones. It's pretty nice. All of them cowhide. All of them probably around 2.5 ounces to close to 3, some of them. And I think the blue one's actually probably less, more like 2 ounces. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The ASV, the gray ASV is not going to be for sale because that one's specifically for someone, for a customer. The orange ASV will be for sale. I'm still figuring out prices, as well as the MacArthur Study Bible in New American Standard in brown cowhide. That one will be for sale. I just got to figure out how much I can sell it for. I guess like what the lowest I can take for it. I don't want to charge people a ton. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. If you want me to make more videos, and if you have any suggestions about what you want me to show you, I would definitely appreciate that. Right now I'm just uploading whatever I can think of. Well, anyway, God bless. Take care. Bye.